Welcome, my name's Anthony King, and it's that time of the week where I upload my Michael Jackson style dance class. My Michael Jackson style dance class was actually endorsed by Michael Jackson years ago. And don't forget, check out my Michael Jackson dance DVDs. They're available as downloads on my website, anthony-king.com. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy today's dance class.
No! Good luck!
What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. So, we got a situation here. There's this Michael Jackson dance choreographer guy who basically has made a name for himself being a Michael Jackson dance choreographer. He was a Michael Jackson fan, you know, publishing a whole bunch of books and stuff like that about Michael Jackson. And eventually he will go on to voice his support for the Leaving Neverland documentary. And he basically denounced Michael Jackson publicly multiple times. And now all of a sudden he's back promoting his Michael Jackson dance classes. So basically, I'm going to read all of the articles that were sent to me, and I'm going to look over this dude's YouTube channel, and I'm basically going to give my thoughts about this. I think it's very sad and annoying that there are people out there in the world like this. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it.
Welcome, my name's Anthony King, and it's that time of the week where I upload my Michael Jackson style dance class. My Michael Jackson style dance class was actually endorsed by Michael.
He uploaded this video 10 days ago, so all of this shit is recent.
Jackson years ago. And don't forget, check out my Michael Jackson dance DVDs. They're available as downloads on my website, anthony-king.com. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy today's dance.
Oh, let's go back for a minute. Let's go back. Hold on.
Welcome, my name's Anthony King, and it's that time of the week where I upload my Michael Jackson style dance class. My Michael Jackson style dance class was actually endorsed by Michael Jackson years ago.
All right, shut your ass up. Okay, first of all, now let's read the first article for a minute. So this is from 2019. So this is years ago when the whole Leaving Neverland, you know, fake-umentary was in full swing. And it says Michael Jackson stans react to Leaving Neverland with bus ads and death threats. Oh, okay. Now it says, according to Anthony King, which is this dude, it says, according to Anthony King, 100% of his income is in some way related to Michael Jackson. Now, here's the thing with that. And this is similar to what I said about the detail where you come to resent somebody over time where your whole livelihood is revolved around that particular person. So meaning you can't do anything else if it doesn't have something to do with Michael Jackson. And you start to hate them after a while. And I feel like this dude is another pure example of that, where he started loving Michael Jackson and everybody liked, or there were a certain demographic of people that liked his Michael Jackson dance classes. But then every single time he probably tried to do something else, people weren't with it. All right. And then the first excuse that he had, or the first reason that he had to jump ship and abandon ship and start to hate on Michael Jackson was with Leaving Neverland. Okay. So when Leaving Neverland came out, that was his opportunity to finally have a reason to stop doing Michael Jackson stuff and to do something else. But since then, those other things that he tried to do, nobody cared about them. And that's why he started doing his Michael Jackson stuff again right now. Is because the numbers, the revenues, and the money that he was making probably wasn't the same. But let me continue. As a dance instructor and Jackson expert, which he's not, he's written multiple books about the singer. If he was really a Michael Jackson expert, then you would have known that Michael Jackson was 100% innocent. You would have known that. So this is what I'm saying. Anyway, let me continue. Led Michael Jackson themed team building workshops, taught Michael Jackson dance classes, and released several Michael Jackson dance workout DVDs. A YouTube video of him teaching the moonwalk has been viewed over 35 million times. So again, this is a guy who his whole livelihood is 100% revolved around Michael Jackson. And like I said, for the people that they make nothing but Michael Jackson content, shout outs to y'all, as long as you're doing it the right way. So meaning, if it honors Michael Jackson, if it defends Michael Jackson, or it promotes Michael Jackson in some way, shape, or form, cool. But the minute that it starts to, you know, get into the, you know, area of exploitation, you know, defamatory stuff, slander and all of that, that's when I have a problem. And then that's when I gotta come out and I gotta say something. But, you know, let's continue. It says, but now he says he's finished. He said, as far as I'm concerned, it's over. He told me in a phone interview, I've removed Michael Jackson's name from my Twitter bios, my Instagram, and I'm working on literally doing a Pharaoh Akhenaten. They removed the guy's name from ancient Egypt, every statue, and I'm doing it. I don't know what Egypt has to do with him or what that had to do with anything, but okay. The change came about as a result of Leaving Neverland, the upcoming HBO Channel 4 documentary focusing on accusations of sexual Oh my god, did I not fucking put this thing on fucking Do Not Disturb? Focusing on accusations of sexual misconduct against Jackson by, you know, Fake Robinson and James freaking Safe Bozo. Two men who knew the singer when they were children. Jackson's estate denies the allegation and is suing HBO. Okay, blah, blah, blah. All right, we already know this. This is old news. So anyway, it says the tweets were not well received. In the days since posting, King has been sent thousands of messages from Jackson fans. Most just tweeted the reasons they believe Jackson is innocent, but some went further. Several implied that King was projecting his own pedophilic sexual fantasies onto Jackson. Others called him inhuman, scum, and a dumbass B-word. One guy commented on his... Okay, all right. So, again, this is all old news, but the point that I'm making is the fact that you came out and you basically publicly disparaged Michael Jackson and basically denounced any association that you had with this man. But then now, fast forward a couple of years, you're coming back as if we forgot what you said. Because, so on Twitter, he said, I don't even know who Joe Vogel is, but basically it says, woohoo, Joe Vogel defending Michael Jackson in New York Times. Ignore the hate, focus on those who defend Michael Jackson. Big thanks, Joe Vogel. Now he said, the academic is Joe Vogel. He knew exactly what he was doing when he undermined the victims. He empowered the abuse. I hope he sold his Michael Jackson books and made a good profit for himself and the estate off the victims. Because if he thinks it's just going to be forgotten, he is wrong. All right. So if you think we were going to forget what you said, then you're wrong, bruh. You're wrong. Because he said Joe Vogel was one of the first people to empower the MJ harassment against his innocent child R-word abuse victims and anybody that spoke up for them. He wasted no time in undermining the victims. Unforgivable and unforgettable. Shame on you. It will never be forgotten. I can say the same thing about you, bruh. The fact that you came back promoting your bogus Michael Jackson workout DVDs and your little dance classes and stuff like that because you couldn't make your money on your own. You couldn't make any money on your own. So now you're back trying to act like we forgot all of this stuff. So the same thing can be said about you. What you said about Michael Jackson years ago is unforgivable and unforgettable. And shame on you for thinking that we were going to forget what you said. So this is what he had to say on Facebook. And this is a statement that he put out, I guess, years ago. He said, my Michael Jackson books and taking a break. I spent the last year or so writing books. I've been writing on a variety of subjects, including Michael Jackson, but I'm pretty sure the only books that people ever really wanted to read or anything like that had to do with Michael Jackson. 6 books on Michael Jackson's art and music, and 3 books on subjects close to my heart, including autism, spectrum disorder. That's a total of 9 books. 2 have been published, 3 completely finished, and the rest completed but still have design elements to complete, etc. In addition to writing, I have traveled the world for research and to film promotional material for each book separately. Often, okay, blah, blah, blah. This has been at my own expense and in relation to a very niche music history subject which has very little popularity in the real world or even the quote-unquote Michael Jackson world. Canceling 2 Michael Jackson books and moving forward. With regards to my 6 Michael Jackson books, the first 4 are solely written from a musical history research perspective. The 2 that are published will remain published. The 2 additional, similar, boring books will also be published, but with no promotion or media, except for a single mention and a single short video on social media with a very clear statement of my position on child abuse and victim shaming and a condemnation of inappropriate behavior by Michael Jackson's fans and Michael Jackson himself. I am not going to publish 2 of the other Michael Jackson books because of their tone. They are now canceled. I feel it would be inappropriate to publish those now, and I just don't feel like doing it. I also don't want to write about Michael Jackson anymore or be associated with Michael Jackson fans. So, this was in 2019. So my question for you is, Anthony King, which I'm pretty sure you're probably watching this video, is why are you back now? Did something change between 2019 and 2023? Because my assumption is you feel the same exact way that you felt back then right now. You're only doing this for money. How do you look at yourself in the mirror every day? So let's say if you really feel that Michael Jackson is guilty, why are you still associating yourself with somebody that you feel is guilty of these, freaking heinous acts and crimes that he was accused of? How do you look at yourself in the mirror, knowing that you said all of these things publicly, and now you're backtracking, talking about, hey, check out my Michael Jackson DVD that was endorsed by Michael Jackson himself years ago? Nigga, you said that he was that he was guilty and you wanted nothing to do with him. So the fact that you think you can do all of this and think that we're not going to check you is crazy. So what would you say to these people that are going to or are foolish enough to attend your dance classes, which I'm going to watch them in a little bit? If they asked you in person, I thought you said that Michael Jackson was guilty, what are you going to say to them? Oh, it turns out I was wrong and he's not guilty. Dude, you're a bozo and you're a clown for that. I would hate to just have, I would hate to be like the most famous entertainer of all time, and then for me to have wish-washy, flip-floppy, fake fans that, are going to be with me when everything is going well, but then all of a sudden when something happens, they're going to jump ship and then disparage me publicly. And you were supposed to be this quote-unquote Jackson expert, right? And you done all of this historical research, but then you couldn't even bother to do any research on Leaving Neverland. Because the resources is there now. So anybody that believes that Michael Jackson is still guilty now, they are intellectually lazy. They're stupid. All the information proving the contrary, proving his innocence, is all available. Now, courtesy of the MJ Innocent UK Twitter page, it says in 2019, choreographer Anthony King chose to support the false accusers from Leaving Neverland. He was banished from the Michael Jackson community. Now he has returned, promoting his Michael Jackson dance classes, and even wants you to purchase his MJ Dance DVDs. Now, he also says, all the fans that put money in your pocket for years, you've got such nerve. He said, the crazy fans literally cost me money. So much energy and effort wasted on a bunch of obsessed, abusive narcissists, as the world can clearly see. He said, over now, blocked. How the hell can you come back talking such wild shit? It's almost as if, people are not going to catch wind of these things. I feel like the demographic that his workout DVDs appeal to and his dance classes appeal to are people who are not actual Michael Jackson fans. These are Michael Jackson casuals that just want to get a good dance workout in, and then he's how they do it. But these are not people that are probably going to know what he's been saying over the last couple of years and the trash that he's been talking since 2019. So, all right, let me continue with this video, bro.
And don't forget, check out my Michael Jackson dance DVDs. They're available as downloads on my website, anthony-king.com. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you enjoy today's dance class.
Not even getting the choreography right. Not even getting the choreography right. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Not even getting it right. Not even getting it right. Not even getting it right. Now let's take a look at his YouTube channel real quick, man.
In central London is Anthony King, who's a choreographer who's famous for teaching.
Look at that, Jacko at 50. Why is he still thrilling the web? Why would you even put this on there?
People how to dance like Michael Jackson. Anthony, hello, good evening. We'll have a look at your website, how you teach people to dance like Michael Jackson.
Hey, well, joining us now from Covent Garden's dance instructor and choreographer Anthony King. Anthony, thanks for joining us. Let's get the thoughts now of choreographer Anthony King, of course, we've been speaking to in
funny looking dude.
Anthony, thanks for joining us again, because you've been looking at this footage.
Ask yourself this, Anthony King. Do you ever wonder where you'd be right now if it wasn't for Michael Jackson? Like, no one would be inviting you on the news if you were not a Michael Jackson choreographer. You should be thanking Michael Jackson. You should be thanking him for where you've gotten, which is probably not that much. Come on, bro.
Extraordinary footage of him in the Staples Center rehearsing. I mean, he does appear, to all intents and purposes, on top of his game.
Anthony, I'm so uncoordinated, I can't even do a step class. How difficult is this?
It's not going to be difficult at all because we're going to go really slowly and we're going to make it a lot of fun.
Work that has endured every musical win for nearly.
Yeah, I can't even really even get through this shit, because to me it's just like, you're a leech. Like, you are a leech, and you're leeching off of somebody that passed away. You're only doing this for money. You're only doing this for your own personal benefit. Not that you care anything at all about Michael Jackson. Not that you care anything about the fans, because you talk shit about Michael Jackson fans that had a problem with what you said. And people are only pointing out the facts. You're only doing this because you could benefit off of it. Because I'm pretty sure if there was no money attached to Michael Jackson, or you couldn't benefit from it monetarily, you wouldn't even be doing this shit. You wouldn't even be doing this shit. See, everything on his YouTube channel is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson and Beethoven. Anthony King, Michael Jackson dance class. All of this is Michael Jackson, bro. All of this is Michael Jackson. Where would you be if it wasn't for him? Where would you be if it wasn't for him? Ain't nobody watching the Lionel Richie dances. Nobody's watching the Whitney Houston dances and shit. Come on, man. Like I said, like my biggest thing is, if you're going to to me, this is like the equivalent of Oprah interviewing Michael Jackson back in 1993. Then when Michael Jackson passed away in 2009, she made a point to make a remembering Michael Jackson segment. Then all of a sudden, when Leaving Neverland came out, she gave freaking Fake Robinson and James Safe Bozo freaking a platform to just fucking tell their lies and shit like that. And then how do you think the public will react if she were to come out and then try to say, oh, you know, Michael Jackson is cool now, or I take back what I said about Michael Jackson? You can't do it. It's too late. It's too late. And you're doing the same shit now. Again, you can do whatever the hell you want to do, but my thing is, I don't know how you look in the mirror every single day. I have no idea how you can do these sorts of things and then wash your face in the freaking morning, if you even do that. You know what I'm saying? And go through life like that. I don't know. Because you see, even 6 years ago, Michael Jackson History Store commentary, like, your whole shit is based on Michael Jackson. Best Michael Jackson shoes with Anthony King. Like, you have benefited from Michael Jackson. You oh my gosh. I just, oh man. Top 10 Michael Jackson live facts, part 2. Top 10 Michael Jackson. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. I think you began to resent Michael Jackson because anytime you tried to do something else, it didn't yield the same results. So in order to get out of Michael Jackson's shadow, you use Leaving Neverland as a means to do it. And that didn't work out for you. So now you are back to square one. It's like, what did Thanos say? You couldn't live with your failure. So where did that lead you? Back to me.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Back to me. And then my thing is too, if you wanted nothing to do with Michael Jackson, why are all these videos still up there? Because you were probably still getting views off of them. So again, Mr. And you need to change your name because you're not a king. Because if you were a king or some shit like that, you would actually stood on what you said years ago and then forged your own path. Alright? Because me, if I'm doing anything about Michael Jackson, it's like I said earlier, it's going to honor him, it's going to, you know, pay homage and respect to his legacy, the art that he left behind. Those are the things that I'm gonna do, whether I get paid or not. You know what I'm saying? You, on the other hand, it's just, come on, bro. Like, that is just the fakest shit, most wish-washy shit that I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. Alright, so, and again, like, anything that Michael Jackson fans have to say about you is not going to change your course of action anyway. You know, but we see what the fuck you're doing. And anybody that knows you or some shit should not actually fucking support what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? For people that have been to his dance classes or has purchased a freaking DVD or some shit, you might want to get your fucking refunds back. You might want to get your refunds because, you know, homie here, nah, bruh. Like, honestly, it should be illegal to be that fucking fake. It should be illegal to disparage somebody publicly, but then be able to just benefit off of them monetarily. Honestly. So I can't even fault some Michael Jackson fans for saying, you know, like crazy ass shit to you because you fucking deserve it. You deserve it. You don't get to pick when Michael Jackson is innocent and when he's guilty. You don't really get to fucking pick that shit. Michael Jackson was innocent, period. Lame ass motherfucker. Like, you, as long as you can make money off of this shit, you're gonna do it. Because I wonder how you feel when you sit on the computer and then you're uploading it and then you're putting the title, the description box, and all that shit, knowing that you just came out and said that Michael Jackson, you know, was guilty and that he was a pedophile and he was a child abuser and he was all this shit. Like, how do you feel knowing that you still are essentially promoting somebody that you feel is guilty of all of those things? That's like if I say, oh, R. Kelly is guilty and shit, but then yet you constantly hear me bumping freaking R. Kelly music and shit like that. You know, being R. Kelly freaking doing R. Kelly fucking song covers and shit like that. Remaking his music videos and stuff. What does that say about me? Everything you've ever said about Michael Jackson and everything that you're doing, it's an indictment on you, not him. This says way more about you than it does about him. That is a fact. Again, you're gonna keep doing this shit because that's what people like you do. People like you don't have any integrity, any moral compass. You'll do anything for money. It's the same thing that I said about the detail. Like, y'all will just do the most wild shit for bread. Like, hold on, let me, and I always come back to this. I always come back to this. But let me Google, let me just pull up the lyrics of Michael Jackson's Money and shit like that real quick. Because in these freaking lyrics, he's talking about y'all Michael Jackson leeches, you Michael Jackson fleas, you Michael Jackson rats. Like, y'all just, it's like you don't, oh my gosh, hold up, man. It's like you don't like this man so much, but then yet you won't go away. Like, you won't go away. If I hate an artist, you will never see me talking about them. You'll never see me promoting their music. You'll never see me doing anything that relates to somebody that I dislike. Now, look at the lyrics real quick. Look at the lyrics. Look at the lyrics. Said, they don't care, they do me for the money. They don't care, they use me for the money. Said, if you show me the cash, then I will take it. If you tell me to cry, then I will fake it. If you give me a hand, I will shake it. You would do anything for money. He says, insurance, where do your loyalties lie? Is that your alibi? I don't think so. You don't care, you do her for the money. You're doing him for the money. You say it's fair, you sue her for the money. Want your pot of gold. You're just trying to get the dollars. I get that, but do it your own way. Stop using Michael Jackson for your own personal benefit if you fucking think that he's guilty. Why would you associate yourself with somebody that you believe is guilty of all of those things? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Because people with common sense will say, well, gee, if this person is guilty, then I'm not going to associate myself with him or his fans ever again in life. And actually stand on that. You are entitled to believe what, I don't give a shit what your personal beliefs are, because I know what the fuck I know. But then stand on that. Don't try to backtrack. Don't try to backtrack. Because if anybody with some sense knows who you really are, they wouldn't come to your shitty dance classes. They wouldn't pull up. Why? Why would I want to be taught choreography that was originated by a certain artist by a choreographer that hates that artist? Yep, are you infected with the same disease of lust, gluttony, and greed? Then watch the ones with the biggest smiles. Look at this nigga's smile. Look at the smile on this nigga's face. Look at the smile on his face. Look at the smile on his face. Mad fake. Mad fake. The idol jabbers, because they're the backstabbers. He was talking about you. How does it feel to have a Michael Jackson song that was written with people like you in mind? If you know it's a lie, then you will swear it. If you give it with guilt, then you will bear it. If it's taking a chance and you will dare it, you will do anything for money. How, as a man, how do you look at yourself in the mirror? How are you, first of all, and I said this about the detail, like, how are you going to just revolve your whole channel around a whole nother man that you don't even like? Just because you're getting views and all of that stuff. So when people ask you what you do for a living, you're like, oh yeah, I'm a Michael Jackson dance choreographer. Oh, do you do anything else? No, I just do, you know, Michael Jackson. But then meanwhile, deep down inside, you don't like Michael Jackson at all. You don't like him. It's the same thing with the detail. Like, you just piggyback off of Michael Jackson, and it's not even stuff that paints a better picture of Michael Jackson, that puts him and his art on, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he just does things just for views. Because if I haven't looked at this guy's channel pretty much ever since I made the debunked video, but I'm pretty sure he's still doing the same, you know, dumb shit that he's always been doing. Because somehow you guys are able to just live your lives that way. And that's fine, because there's always going to be people like you on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can be a good person. Clearly. And you're a pure example of that shit. Pure example of that shit. Yup, you would sell out for money. He says, you say you wouldn't do it for all the money in the world. I don't think so. If you show me the man, then I will sell him. If you ask me to lie, then I will tell him. Facts. Facts. So we see you. We know you out there. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. And if you're in the UK and you're watching this video and you're saying, oh, well, what did Anthony King do? Anthony King is a guy that is only giving Michael Jackson dance classes because he is getting paid for it, but he does not at all love what he does. And not anymore, at least. Not anymore. Not anymore. He might have started out as a big Michael Jackson fan, but then it turned into something ugly after a while. Because that's when you start. That's like me. That's like if I'm making videos about New Edition, then all of a sudden you start hearing me talking about the beef between New Edition members and Bobby Brown's personal life, and you know what I'm saying, why New Edition broke up and all of this other types of shit. Then that's when it's going to turn into something ugly. And I've made videos about Michael Jackson's Peter Pan, and I talk about Michael Jackson's, you know, what his film career could have been if that film had been made between him and Steven Spielberg. I make videos like that. If you look at my dance tributes, it pays real homage to the choreography, not that half-baked shit that you teaching people, you know, in these dance classes and stuff like that. Like, if I were to do that, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make sure that each person in that dance class is doing it right, getting the movements on point. You're just teaching them, just going through the motions. Everybody in your class is going through the motions. I'm a dancer. I know what I'm talking about. Do it right. Nothing about what you've done at all has been done the right way. So if you can't do it right, then stop doing it. You couldn't even be a fan right. You can't even be a choreographer right. You can't even be an artist right, because what do you do that is worth note, that is substantial outside of Michael Jackson? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. And you should not feel comfortable moving through life like that. Be you. Stop trying to just ride Michael Jackson's coattails negatively. If you're going to all the Michael Jackson content creators out there, if you're doing it right, shout outs to you. If you're doing it right, shout outs to you. This dude will never get now 1 ounce of respect from me because you're not even doing these dance classes the right way. It is trash. It is trash. That's not even how you do the goddamn choreography. That's not even how you do it. I'm only honoring the art, the legacy of these artists that I talk about, whether it's New Edition, Michael Jackson, or otherwise. That's what I focus on because I can say, you know what? I'm doing it the right way. Even if I might not get the most views, I might not make the most money off of this, but as long as I have creative and moral integrity in what I do, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Versus people like y'all are just gonna do this shit for the views and the money, and you don't care who it bothers or offends in the process, and that is wrong. That is wrong. And that type of shit I don't fucking agree with at all. I don't agree with that shit. Yeah, and he came out with Michael Jackson fact check, Michael Jackson classical music, Anthony King's guide to Michael Jackson's Dangerous tour, Anthony King's guide to Michael Jackson's history tour. Like, bro, like I said, shout out to all the real Michael Jackson fans out there. The real Michael Jackson fans that never switched up. That stayed true, that stayed real. You know what I'm saying? And to hell with the fans that didn't. You know what I'm saying? The Anthony Kings of the world and the detail. Because I'm sure they're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? And then just be mindful of what else Anthony King is saying about Michael Jackson behind closed doors. That's what you need. That's the real question. What are you still saying right now? What are you still saying right now? Because I'm pretty sure as he's uploading these videos, he's like, dang, I hate Michael Jackson, you know, but I'm just gonna, I have to upload these videos anyway. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get paid. I don't know how you live with yourself, dog. And frankly, you know, I don't really care, you know, but, and you know what's funny? Hey, if you got a problem with anything that I got to say, you know, you can pull up in a Zoom meeting and then we'll do it live. We'll do it live. And then you try to state your case to me and it's not going to work. Trust me, it's not going to work. It is not going to hold up over here. So Anthony King, if you watching this, which I'm pretty sure you probably are, send me an email, hit me up on Instagram or some shit like that. Let me know if you want some smoke or you want to defend yourself and speak your case if you can, which you can't. But if you want to, hit me up. Hit me up. My shit is in the, you know, my links are in my description box too. So you can hit me up. And then you let me know what's up. You can try, but it ain't gonna work.